Alright guys, how are we doing today? Steve Mingle, Final Web Design. In today's video, I want to talk about why most web firms out there are using templates and why at Final Web Design we do custom builds. So let's get into it. Final Web Design, this is Steve. Alright guys, so we're going to go over today why a lot of the web firms out there are using custom builds and why here at Final Web Design we prefer to do everything in custom UI, custom designs, as opposed to using something like a template. Now a lot of web firms out there are using templates for practical, time-saving, and cost-efficient reasons. Templates usually will offer some solid foundation for the website, while allowing you to slightly customize and add your business assets. So here's kind of going to be a breakdown of what some of those template features are and why we choose to use custom designs and why you as a business owner really want to use a custom design as opposed to a site with a template. First reason that a lot of these firms are doing it is it's cost efficient. To actually go through and design and build the website custom design through like an Adobe XD or an Adobe Photoshop or a Figma, you actually have to go through and design every single page, from the home page, the about, the contact. All of these pages take time to design. So if you're using a template, which most firms are doing, they're saving all that time immediately. There's a site that's already been built by some third party or some other developer, and they're basically just importing that design and adding your business assets. The next reason, outside of being more cost efficient, is that it saves a lot of time for the developer, the development firm. When you can just go import that whole template, you have just saved all of the work in regards to actually building and creating that template from the ground up. Now, a big problem with that time saving is that you might be paying the same amount as somebody who's giving you a custom design. However, you're not really aware of that because ultimately they're just importing that. So you have to go make sure that the firm that you're working with is going through the entire process, sending you the PSVs, sending you the design concepts, sending you the files so that you can actually go through and say, hey, I like this, I want this. Is this incorporating my business colors? Is this incorporating my logo design and feel? All of these features come together to make sure that you have a more professional and a better website so your customers and clients aren't bouncing. Another reason is a lot of people, unfortunately, it is more of a reliable performance because things are not being built from the ground up, and because these templates are being shared with hundreds or thousands of other websites, you can usually ensure that it's pretty secure in the fact that the performance isn't going to fail. There's no, development process really needed where you can find that things will break or will fail or will not work as needed for the website because it's not being built from the ground up. The fourth thing I would say is just the accessibility for our non-technical clients. A lot of non-technical clients will be like, oh, a theme, it's all set up in the back end, so if they do want to edit things. However, at our firm, we're usually pretty good about being able to build the same back-end type system, but just incorporate that design. So you're not losing that accessibility for our non-technical clients. They're still going to be able to go in there, make the changes or edits that they need, update the content, change pictures, things like that are important. Using templates is often improvability for scalability and flexibility. So you can obviously scale these websites a little bit easier because sometimes they include third-party plugins, sometimes they include other widgets or extensions that have already been used. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. But if you're going to use still like a platform like WordPress or Shopify, you're still going to be able to ensure that a lot of those third-party plugins are available through the open source project or through the Shopify project itself. So you shouldn't have to worry too much about that. However, sometimes for scalability and flexibility reasons, say you're a fitness gym and you want to have a fitness template that already has some type of scheduling feature or shows your class schedule, that might be incorporated in the template. However, you shouldn't be too concerned because out there in WordPress or out there in whatever system you're using, Joomla, Magento, there is already probably something similar that you can incorporate regardless. The next one is probably the most important, and that would be budget constraints. Now, using a template is usually cheaper. And I say usually because you have to be aware of what you're getting. Some firms will not tell you that they're going to use a template. They will just say, you know, we're gonna build you a website, and you have to understand that either they're building you a custom design or they're giving you some type of theme that's already been built. So by theme already built, they're saving a ton of money on their end because they don't have to go through that entire design process. They don't have to go through that entire development process. In a lot of cases, the biggest reason is because it's obviously cheaper. And what can we say? We think here at our firm, we're not too concerned about the costs or the time. We'd rather give a good product, because ultimately when we have those good custom builds, people see those on our portfolio, it drives us more business. So yes, it might cost us a little bit more. However, the return of giving a better website and a custom build to our clients and to people who see us in the future is more valuable than cutting a corner by using the template. And then probably the last one is just, you know, there's a lot of reliability in using a theme. Sometimes they have third-party support. Sometimes they continue to update, and the developers will continue to change a theme. So there is some type of reliability. However, again, I go back, it's more of a foundation of what your CMS platform is, as opposed to what theme you're using. So having a good platform, knowing what you're going to build your website on, is much more important from a reliability standpoint than the actual theme itself. So well templates may provide the uniqueness and advantage of well, your templates may have some limitations as far as uniqueness and functionality. They're often going to be cheaper, they're often going to be quicker, they're often going to be able to be provided to the client a lot faster. Really, what we recommend is the custom builds. I think if you go through this process, you're going to find for yourself that custom builds are always a better option. Check out our portfolio and then go to a template theme buyer, and you can see the difference for yourself. So guys, with that said, if you're looking for a good custom web design build, if you're looking to work with a firm that's going to design every single page of your website itself, give us a call, contact us, leave a comment. That stuff's appreciated. And if you have any questions, let us know, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.